Hi guys, it's Kelly from Coffee Sunshine Paper. I am trying something a little different today. I'm going to do some collage and some stencils and maybe some stamping. Just kind of playing with some mixed media today, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. And then I also have this new app that I'm trying that has a pause button. So I'm just going to give that a try right now. Okay, and I'm back. And it appears to have worked. So you won't have to sit and wait for literal paint to dry. All right, so I guess let's just get started. I'm gonna first just put down, I think I'll use the Liquitex and just kind of put down a good coating to hold down the papers that I want to collage with. I need kind of a bigger type brush. This is a little stiff from, I had a little play last night too. A little stiff, but it'll work. So just gonna get this down. It would be the same as, you've seen me do it with a glue stick. So you can use a glue stick if you have a glue stick. Mod Podge, if you want to use your Mod Podge, get that out. But that's all this is just gluing stuff down. And, I've just got some various, where am I going to put you? I need a paper towel. There. Just have some various papers that I'm gluing down. Nothing too crazy. Some neutrals. And there's a little coffee dye there. And I don't have any kind of order in mind. It's just very random. Yeah, so today's Saturday, and it's the last day of my spring break. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm sad, I guess, is how I feel. Right? It's over. But, you can hear the birds outside my window. Summer is near. So I'm excited about that. Trying not to be too sad about spring break being over when summer is just around the corner. So everyone keeps asking me, what'd you do all week? What'd you do? And I really can't say that I did much. I really just relaxed. And I think this culture is obsessed with doing and productivity. And I'm not. So I didn't really do much. There were hours that I spent up here in the craft room. There were hours I spent outside pulling weeds. Normal life stuff, grocery shopping and having fun with the family. Laundry never stops. You guys know that. Maybe I better put something under just in case it gets too sloppy. We know that happens sometimes in the craft room, how we get too sloppy. So yeah, I hate to say I didn't do a lot, but I relaxed. So that's a win, I think, personally. I think that's a win. But you know the questions. You probably get them too. Like, oh, what'd you do if you had time off? What'd you do? I didn't do much, I'll tell you that. Took a lot of walks. Took a lot of walks. I walked the dog first because she takes these very slow walks. She just wants to sniff. I think we've talked about that before. She's a sniffer. And I let her. I have no problem letting her. I'm just going to let that be, I think, under there. And then I'll walk myself a decent amount, 2 to 3 miles I'll go. Unless I go with one of my friends, she'll go 5 miles. So that's a big walk for me. But it's good. It always feels good. I'm glad I did it afterwards. I did that Thursday, I guess it was. But the trouble with music is I never know what the right way is up. I think this is it because the peas look right. So So yeah, this is it. This is Saturday, and back to school Monday. Tomorrow's Easter. Gonna get together with the family, not my extended family, but just my nuclear family, my 2 boys and husband, and my older son's girlfriend is also joining us. We're gonna go to a restaurant. I'm not cooking, and the boys, I got them little baskets, even though they're in their 20s. I got them little baskets, not so much candy anymore, but a little gift card, and I'm gonna put that right down the middle, I think, here. I hardly ever do this, crossing the median here. But I see people do it online, and so I'm gonna give it a try. This is really wet. I think it's wet because the other side was a napkin too, so it's like extra interesting texture going on here. What else? Oh, I saved all my grading, of course, till, last minute. I should have done it on like a Tuesday, right? So now my Sunday night just feels free, but now it does not feel free at all. It feels like I got stuff to do Sunday night, but that's okay. Back to the real world for a little while anyway. Maybe I want this down here. The straight edge on the straight edge. Yeah, summer's off is nice, I have to say. The benefit of sometimes a difficult year is having the summer off. It's pretty tissue paper here. But it's been a good year so far. I can't even say it's been a difficult year. I have not had many difficult kids. I haven't had any difficult parents. And, I don't know, just going along. A lot of people ask me when I'm retiring, because this is my 20th year at this particular school. I've been teaching 25 years, though. My first 5 were at a small private school, so they don't really count towards my teacher retirement, but, I count them. So it's been 25 years. I stayed home for 5 with my boys when they were little guys, babies. I'm just tearing down some paper off to the side. So that was 5 years. I was not working. That was like, I guess I was maybe 30 to 35 when I took those 5 years. So I'm nearing retirement, but my husband is fighting me every step of that way. He doesn't want to lose my income. I get it, especially now, and things are so rocky with the economy. I get it. So I'm not forcing it. I'm not being a jerk about it or being extra stubborn. I just kind of putting it in his mind that, maybe next year might be my last one teaching. We'll see. I still like it, I'm not burnt out. It's just when you do the same thing for 25 years, maybe ready for a change. So yeah, I think I like this. And I'm going to now take this little air dryer, that little blow dryer thing to it, heat tool. I got this a long time ago. I think when one of my friends used to sell Stampin' Up stuff. And I think I bought it from her when she was doing parties. So I'm going to pause and do that. I'll be back. Okay, so it's mostly dry. Probably a little damp, or maybe the paper just feels funny because it was wet. But it's good. It's fine for the touch. And so next I'm going to take gesso, which is just a white acrylic paint. And I'm just going to go along some of the seams and just sort of knock back some of the bolder things. And I'm just going to do this with my finger. So just kind of, I don't know, it makes a nice neutral background, a little, just covering the seams and maybe knocking back some of these darker areas. And then I'm going to take a blow dryer to it again. So that is what I will do. I'm going to pause it so you don't have to watch me finger paint. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so gesso is dry. And now I think what I'm going to do is get a little bit of this molding paste and do a little texture with the stencil. So I need, yeah, my little spatula. You need this little, something like this. If you don't have something like this, even probably, you can probably find something in your kitchen. Plastic kind of, you know, throw away. You don't want to use something you'd use with food. Probably. Unless maybe if you washed it, I guess it's no big deal. But yeah, so we're going to get in here with our little tool. I like to get it on the back of this little spatula. And I'm just going to put on, not the whole thing, but just a few little trips around with these little circles here. Again, this does not have to be perfect, and it never is when I do it. But it's fun to play. Okay, so lift off. Okay, so we can kind of see it. Can I zoom you in? Yes, I can zoom you in. There, you can kind of see it in there. And that will need to dry a little bit. Keep it close. All right, so then I'm going to take kind of the same area that I used on the stencil in the other opposite corner. And then I'm going to figure out some kind of focal point. Yeah, that looks good. I'm not going to overthink this. Not overthinking. No, no, no. We are playing. We are not thinking. Turn that part of your brain right off. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to zoom you in again. You can see that one right in there. Can you see the texture? I think you can. And then again, this needs to dry before I do anything else. And what I was thinking about doing was maybe getting a little watercolor and just kind of moving it around, either by sort of manipulating the book around, or maybe I'll take the heat tool. Haven't quite decided about that yet. So I'm going to let this dry and wash up this stuff, and I'll be back. Love this pause button. All right, so I think that molding paste is pretty dry now. I gave it some time and that heat tool. So this is what I'm thinking next. I think I'm going to do my focal point as these are die cuts I got in, oh, I don't know, one of those packs, Park Lane pack maybe from Joann's. And so I think I'm going to like split them sort of this way. And then I'm going to have some watercolor come down from these textured parts. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I want to pick some watercolor that is going to be nice with these colors. So definitely the pink. And then I'm thinking maybe a green, I think would be pretty. And then I might do some golds, like splatter, maybe. I don't know. We're just playing here. I'm not committing to any of what I just said. But I do have these little watercolors. They're kind of pearly, and I don't know where I got these. My guess is, again, the thrift store is where I get most of my supplies. There's not even a name on here. So I know if it was like super good paint or a brand name or something, it would be somewhere on here, and it's not. So I'm just going to pick a couple colors I think will look nice with these. And I think, again, picking up that sort of peachy pink and that really pretty green, that lighter part green is going to be nice. So we'll see. Again, the plan could change. We always can change a plan, right? The goal is the same. Pretty page. Keep the goal, change the plan. Sometimes we have to. So I need a little paintbrush that will help me with this work. How about you? Again, nothing fancy. I really don't spend any money on my paintbrushes. In fact, I got to glue this one back together because, yeah, because that. So that's going to need some super glue. But in the meantime, it's going to do the trick. I think we will do about the pink up here in the top left corner. And it's like a peachy pink, I think. Maybe we can mix some. No problems mixing paints. Need some more water. I'll put in a little more. Okay, so again, I am not a painter. I'm just going to see what's going to happen here if I apply some paint and some water. You guys see what's going on? Yeah, okay. Maybe more pink. This is coming off very peachy. And I think I need some pink. Pink. Yeah. So just kind of picking up, you know, some of these little molding paste bumps. And I think I'm gonna need more water and some more pink. And we'll see what happens here. It's super pretty though. So far, I like it. Wonder if, where's my little spray bottle? I'm knocking stuff over. Let's see if we can get some of that to move down a little bit. Just a little bit of movement, yeah. And then a towel at the ready to catch some of the things we don't want, and maybe pick up some extra paint that we did not want. Yeah, kind of pretty, right? Little hint, a hint of pink without being overwhelming. Be more concentrated up here. All right. That's good corner for pink. Let's see if it's matching kind of. Oh yeah, I think that goes together nicely. Yep, okay. So I still have the same plan as before. Have not changed the plan yet. But again, let's see if some of that will move a little bit. Here you are. Just a little bit. Okay, we can come back to it too. And now this side, since I prefer to do things right-handed, let's do, I'm gonna get a green that is not too green. Maybe like a grayish green, right? That sage, kind of a gray and green mixed. I think that should work. And again, you guys, I'm not a painter. I just like to play. So if you see anything that I'm doing wrong, feel free to call me out. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep it on, mixing my green and my gray. come up with something. Maybe a little more green up here. And then again with the water bottle, we'll just move it around a little bit. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe even pull some green down into the pink a little bit. Just a little. And then we'll do the same with the pink. Put some up here too. The pink paper is still behind there, so I know that pink will come back out, but let's just see what happens now. What's going to happen if I try to move some of this water? Just kind of pick it up down here. I don't want, kind of keep it away from the spine too. You don't want water in there. That could mess up the integrity of your binding. All right, I think I like so far. Again, I think I do want to go back in with the pink. Maybe just give it a little, so we're kind of, you know, giving each one a little bit of the other. And no rhyme or reason here, nothing, especially no reason. We don't know what we're doing, we're just playing. But I like it so far. It's a little puddle here I can take care of. And then I think I will go in, maybe dab this a little bit, just kind of pull in those two colors in other places. I think I'll go in with the heat tool and try some of this. Right now I'm just pulling up some other, more pinks and greens, just dabbing. All right, I'm going to dry it for a couple minutes and I will be right back. Okay, so we're pretty dry now. And now I'm going to put down these die cuts. And they're just like cardstock kind of weight. You can, you know, not too thick, not too thin, but I think they'll be nice. My thought is to cut a straight line and put one on one side and then another straight line and put one on the other. And so they'll just kind of pull in all the colors together in the middle. That's my thought. So let's see if we can make that happen. Do I trust myself to cut a straight line, or do I bring out this guy? You know the answer to that, right? You guys know I am going to use the trusty straight line maker tool and do the same with the other one. I just don't know exactly where I want to cut this one. It's so pretty. I think I like that there, so maybe just a little bit of that white one showing. On the long side. Yeah, I do like that. I am going to glue those down. I think those work there. Okay, I like it. Oh, you want me to try the other way? Just to see? I get it. I like that more. I kind of do. Okay. Thanks. Glue. I think let's do the Fabri-Tac. This is, well, I don't know what this is anymore because I keep refilling the same bottle. But this is either Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix, or Beacon 3-in-1. I get whatever's on sale, and they all do the same thing. Do I want to, though? Do I want to ink? Yes, I think I do. I think I do. I think I want to ink. So I'm going to save a little time. Pause. Okay, I think that's better. I think it fits in well with the vibe. That was vintage photo is what I used just there. All right, so I want this glue, and we'll get these guys down. And yeah, then I'm just thinking maybe a little gold splatter. And I will be super happy with this page, I think. Very fun stuff today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're playing too. All right. This is thick, so sorry you're just watching me hold things down here. Yeah, I think we'll pause. Sorry. All right, we are all glued down, and I used the piece that I cut off of one. I just used it to sort of, you know, oops, stay back down. I used it to just sort of kind of go across with the theme. So I'm feeling like I'm missing, I don't know, some things in here. So I was thinking about going around with a stamp, and I like this one. I think that's pretty. I don't know, can you see the little details? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, there we go. So we'll see. I'll use that vintage photo again. Where did I put it? And we'll just see if we like it. There's some blank spots in my mind. Maybe they don't even actually exist, and I just am seeing something, but this spot needs something. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's go here too. Yep. Good. And you. Yep. Yes. Around the edges, right? Maybe is that it? A little framing. Yeah. Okay, that feels better to me. I love that. Okay, so now, do I want the little speckles of gold is the question. I think that I do, but I am afraid to do it right directly on here, so I'm going to practice first off to the side. I'll be back. Okay, I think I'm ready to try it for real. This is my practice paper. I'm happy with the size, dots, right? Not too big, not too small. So we're going for it. Just a little bit. I don't even know if you can tell them because it's kind of busy, but I feel like they're just a little icing on the cake. Right? I don't need too much. I love it. I love it. This makes me happy. It feels like spring. Pink and green. All right. I think that's it, you guys. I'm probably going to go back over with the heat one more time, but yeah, this is fun. Mixed media, whatever you have, gonna throw it on the papers. I love using the stencils and that molding paste. I think some people call it modeling paste, but it literally says molding, so I'm gonna just keep saying molding paste. You can get that at any craft store that you want, and stencils are pretty cheap online too. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love just playing with you guys every weekend, and I hope you have a great weekend. If you are at the end of your vacation or your children's vacation, I'm sorry, and I know how it feels. but we are going to go back into the workforce together, bright and early Monday morning. And in the meantime, just enjoy the rest of the weekend. If you do celebrate Easter, happy Easter tomorrow, and all that goes with it. So again, thank you for hanging out with me, and we will see you soon. Bye.